Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope everyone is doing amazing today. Oh, looks like we're live. That's good. Oh, man, I'm excited. I'm always excited, but I'm especially excited today. Why? Because I finally received my pledge for connecting flights, I believe is what this is. I've been waiting for this for a while. And I should have looked this up before I started the stream. I can't even remember the name of the people who did this. I'm sure it'll be in the box. But we had them on the podcast, and it was one of those times when, and this happened to me quite a bit on the podcast, where I'll be interviewing somebody about their game or their Kickstarter or whatever, and then afterwards I'm like, yeah, I got to get that. Like once I understand the story behind it and how the game works. And this is one of those cases. It fulfilled quite quickly. I think this pledge was in the fall. So this came actually a lot sooner than I thought. Maybe it was earlier in the fall. I can't remember. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago. But yeah, it was a game that I saw. I'm like, yeah, this is definitely my style of game. Hello, Mackenzie Kyla. I guess you just joined. How's it going? So this is something that I wanted to open up on air. And specifically, I wanted to open it today because Adam's coming over tonight after work, and we're going to be playing some of the games we picked up at Breakout Con. And this is one of the games that I want to play tonight as well and get it on the table. So, of course, I don't want to waste the opportunity of doing a live opening. So, a live open now. We'll play it later on. Other stuff that's happening. Campaign for Planting Evidence is going well. Thank you for everyone that supported us. If you haven't supported yet, check out the link in the bio above. And you can go to our link tree or go to our website. You can find a link there as well, or just look on Kickstarter and type in Planting Evidence, the card game. And we passed our second stretch goal today, which is really awesome. We had a very generous retailer come on board that pushed us over the line for the second stretch goal. And now we're headed towards the third one. So fingers crossed, we might actually unlock all the stretch goals in this campaign, which I think will be awesome because I really want that top one, which is that brass enamel coated coin, which will use as a player marker to go around the board. So that'll mark whoever's got the lowest score after each round, so people can see exactly who maybe they should be targeting to get their score up, and just enjoy the game with an extra little touch. And that'll be a Kickstarter exclusive, so I'm hoping we can do that. All right, I'm gonna move to my second cam, and let's get this bad boy open. I have to move the mic out of the way. There we go. My trusted knife. Maybe even Kylo will play this one. Who knows? All right. So far, so good. The box is a little bit bent when it arrived, but usually I get that sometimes with all the packing material. The corrugate sometimes can get crunched without necessarily crunching the game. I was just saying they shipped it to me. Cool, thank you. Huh. And there we are, connecting flights. I always keep these boxes because sometimes I have to ship my own games out. And it's a pretty standard sized box that a lot of these games are shipped in. So I got a huge collection in the garage right now. So this is connecting flights. A little bit bigger and heavier than I thought it was going to be. All right, let's open this up. Hold up to the camera. Let's see if it go like that. There we go. Connecting flights. I'll use that as my screen grab later. All right, that'll be my thumbnail. All right. 1 to 5 players. There is a solo mode. I had a great chat on the podcast last night. I was talking with Lan from Bona Fide Games. He's got his Silver Coin Monster Hunter on Kickstarter right now. Check it out. Talk about a cool looking game. Campaign style. You're actually going on missions to get the resources you need to beat some of these monsters you're attacking. Had a bit of a Skyrim feel to me. Super cool game. Took them 5 years to develop that game. Simply awesome. Already cracked 6 figures. So again, Silver Coin. Check that out on a Kickstarter. But we were talking about one-player games and how there's a trend. And I'm guilty of this as well. I've done this with the past couple games I've done as well, as I made sure we had a single-player version, especially since COVID hit, because a lot of people, that I think was an eye-opener to a lot of people when COVID hit, that, you know what, sometimes you might be stuck in your house. And why waste a good game if you can play it solo? So yeah, we're talking about that. So now I'm starting to think, though, every time I see a solo, is it solo as an add-on, or was it solo there from the very beginning, right? I can't remember this one. I think this one was solo from the beginning, if I remember correctly from the interview. So I'll say out of the gate, box quality is nice. Nice matte finish. It's the same finish. Ooh, there's a dent in my box. Good God. All right. I can live with that. Quite frankly, when I take this to game night, just one time in my game bag, it's going to get dented. But one thing I'll mention about this right now is you got this matte finish. We're actually going to do this on planting evidence, our next stretch goal, which I think will cross. We're going to do the same thing. So matte finish, but you can see that the logo's got that spot UV. So just the one part of the box has a reflection. It's kind of glossy. So we're going to do that on planting evidence, hopefully, the outline of the person, the chalk line on the ground. That'll be a UV spot finish. I did get the deluxe version. Wow. I can't remember if there's a regular version or if everybody got the deluxe. I don't recall this. 60 to 150 minutes. That's longer than I thought it was going to be. Interesting. 12 plus. A crap load of cards and markers. I think that's the thing, is that there's a lot of actual like wooden airplanes and stuff in the box, which adds to the game. All right, let me go back to my 2-shot. Okay, so that's the back of the box. Yeah, these guys are based out of the UK. Very cool. Where was it manufactured? Was it manufactured in the UK? Was it manufactured in Germany, maybe? Interesting. Don't know. We're going to see. All right. Let's open this up. So 150 minutes. Might not be able to get this on the table tonight with Adam, because I know he's going to get here around 9, so it doesn't give us a ton of time. Okay, this is the board. Cool. It's got the counter on the outside, much like Ticket to Ride. Space saver board. What? Oh! How friggin' cool is that? I haven't seen that before. This is the first. Let me get this over to my full screen. Okay, so I was like, what's going on here? Okay, so look at this. Okay, so we've got the full board, right? But say you're on a small table. So we do game night at it's a place called Chat Time. They do bubble tea here in Canada. They got a bunch of franchise locations across Canada. The one we go to in Newmarket, the tables are kind of small. So you can't play a large table spread game, right? And but check this out. So this game would still work on that table because you got this on the one side, right? But on the other side, you've got connecting flight, and then you've got a small... keep hitting the mic here. You got the same board, but smaller, a smaller version of it. That is super cool. That is really cool. I have not seen that before. So you got a double-sided board on one side as a smaller version of the board. You can leave it just folded half in, and away you go. So you're trying to make these destinations around the world, connecting flights. Again, I don't want to butcher it because I'm trying to go by memory here. But this is a good little key card. So the basic mechanic of the game is you're drafting cards, and then what you're doing is you're placing the card from your hand onto the table in front of you and trying to actually create connections from like one location to another. And depending on, I think, stops or distance, you can score more. I got like an eyelash right in my eyeball. You can score more points, basically, the longer your kind of track goes of placing the cards down. I really like that mechanic. I thought it was cool, which is what attracted me to this game. Oh, that's cool. Your electric planes. Rule book. Look at that. So that's the rule book. It's got your flight thing. These guys have really put a lot of thought into this. This is pretty cool. This is really cool. It's pretty robust instructions too. This looks like there's an auction phase. That is cool. All right. Marketplace auction. I like it. You have to pay airport tax as well. Okay, that's another mechanic in here. That's super cool. All right. What else we got here? We got these little punch outs, which is I believe these were the fuel for the plane. So you need to have so much fuel. And that, I think, determines the kind of distance you can do or whether you actually have to. Maybe that was it. Maybe if it's a continuous flight, the longer flight scored more. And there's a bit of a penalty. If you don't have enough fuel, you have to do insert stops along the way. And then that's, I believe, what these little things are here, your fuel trucks. Okay, what is this? It feels like a board that opens up. It is a board that opens up. So this, I assume, is an auction area, as well as this side. I don't know the difference. We're going to learn this. I don't know. I don't know if I'm even going to read the rules or if I might just watch a playthrough video. I'm kind of more of a playthrough video type guy. Cooperative versus competitive. Nice. So you pick a side based on whether you're doing co-op or not. I'm starting to see it a lot more too. We talked about this with Silvercoin last night as well, that they've got solo, cooperative, and competitive, and seeing more games like that have that versatility built in, I think is super cool. You got cards. You have a boatload of meeples. I always use more meeples. These are, looks like airport terminals. This is, oh, there's your there's your planes. Why is there only like 3 planes though? Planes. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Drafting bag. It's actually got a 1-color print on it, which is kind of cool. There's a spot for, looks like dice. Let me go back to my 2-shot. All right, so we've got a thermal tray, which I think is really awesome because I prefer this in my games as well. So you have a nice, easy way of sorting your pieces. Put your board on top of it, holds everything together. That's awesome. Drafting bag, ton of meeples, ton of airport terminals. I think you must be playing the airport terminals and the planes themselves. You're, as a group, influencing maybe. Don't know. I don't want to even try to butcher their rules. So this is a passenger for South America. 30 victory points if you can connect their flight. Flight from South America to Africa, or from North America to Europe. That's super cool. Oh, secret identity. Interesting. So there's some cards. And these are events. Okay, so stage 1, 2, 3. That's interesting. Stage 1, 2, and 3. Adam will recognize this. We actually have a game we're working on right now, which we'll talk about more of when planting evidence is done. But it has not 3 stages of events, but has 3 stages of play, kind of like that. We use a deck to kind of make those stages happen, and then we have events that are kind of mixed into them. That's cool. And then fuel truck discount. I don't know what that is. I'll crack these open later. I don't really want to crack them open yet because I want to kind of read the rules, understand it. But that's planting evidence, man. That looks... These guys did a good job. This would not have been cheap to make. Love the... I'm trying to think of what this track is for. Maybe for the meeples, maybe. Those are real cool. Airport terminals. These are actually... Can I go to the one cam? I'll open up the bag. They have like a print on them. Oh, on the one side. There. Airport terminals. Focus. There. And they have little windows and stuff on them. Looks like it's 2-color print. That's super cool. Super cool. So I've been looking forward to this game for some time. and now it's here. I hope I love it as much as I've been anticipating it. But it's not always the case. Your anticipation is sometimes builds something up. I had another game. I know I always refer to this game, and I've never said what the game actually is, but I had anticipated this game like I was like a kid in a candy store when I finally got it. And I played it once and absolutely hate it. So that game, I try to temper my expectations now because I kind of built myself up on that particular game. Visually, it's a great game. It just doesn't play very well, and there's some other frustrations with it. But this game looks really, really cool. I do remember from the interview them talking a lot about the game. I forget a bunch of it, but there's some real cool things in here. Again, I think the surprise for me was that double-sided board. So you do like a mini board. That is like super smart. That's really smart. I'm sure it exists on other games. Rarely are these the first time these things ever happen with like, but you never know. Maybe they are the first guys to do that, but super cool. Awesome, folks. So that's all I have for you. I'm going to pack this back up. We're going to get it on the table tonight. Maybe we'll take some photos and post them online. Again, planting evidence. If you haven't followed us yet, if you haven't backed it, please, even $1, any little anything helps. Even the number of backers helps trigger the algorithms, right? So if you can go planting evidence on Kickstarter, any support you want to offer would be appreciated. It gives you access to the pledge manager. So if there's something else you want to add on later on, you can. We have our other games on there as add-ons as well. But certainly it helps with our podcast, fund the podcast. So hope you guys have an amazing weekend. We'll talk soon. Cheers. This has been an episode of the Board Game Binge podcast, hosted by James Staley, produced by James Staley and Mike Bruner, with original music by Nick Smith. If you would like to watch these interviews live, simply subscribe to our YouTube channel, Board Game Binge, and you'll get access to live interviews, giveaways, and interesting board game content from across the industry. I can't wait for you to join us. See you next time.